Hello and welcome to Rep Sports. It is the start of the IPL season, and at this point, it feels like a start of new identities as well. Two teams that hit rock bottom in IPL 2025 are now walking into 2026 with new leaders and fresh scripts. Sanju Samson in yellow, Ravindra Jadeja in pink. That alone tells you that a lot has shifted in the IPL. For Rajasthan Royals, it will be the rise of Riyan Parag, the captain, and for Chennai Super Kings, Ruturaj Gaikwad is back leading the side, but without MS Dhoni for the opening match. And this is a CSK side stepping into unfamiliar territory, and that is the story tonight. Joining me for this show is Shorjani, Shomik Chakrabarti, Mohor Chaudhary, and Bharat Ramraj. I'll start with you, Shomik. Let's start with the very obvious Samson and Jadeja teams. It was your news break a few months ago, and it had caught all headlines. It was the biggest news at that point. Who does this benefit more right now?
See, given on current form, you have to say Sanju Samson. Sanju Samson is the talk of the town. Sanju Samson is the flavor of the season as far as Indian cricket is concerned. And he has earned every bit of it. What Sanju Samson? And Sanju Samson in that CSK team, they had to replace MS Dhoni at some point of time. And they couldn't have had a better option than Sanju Samson. He will be their first choice wicketkeeper. Sanju Samson will be their opening batsman. And you have to keep in mind also, although Ruturaj Gaikwad is the captain, but Sanju Samson is coming with loads of captaincy experience at Rajasthan Royals. So he would be part of the leadership group as well. So all combined, it's a fantastic deal. What happened initially during that close season trade window? Uh, Chennai Super Kings were interested in roping in Sanju Samson. Then suddenly they had cooled their interest. And at the 11th hour, they revived it, and that swap deal happened. Ravindra Jadeja and Sam Curran going the other way, and Sanju Samson. And at this moment in time, uh, uh, going by Sanju's performances at the T20 World Cup, you have to say that it was a master stroke, 18 crore for Sanju Samson. And they have got a lot of problems sorted with this. Um, Sanju Samson now, MS Dhoni will not be playing for the first fortnight due to a hamstring injury, but and that is a blessing in disguise for CSK. But we'll come to that later. Sticking to Sanju Samson, it is a very smart buy on the face of it.
Absolutely. Shorjani, how are you looking at this swap? Ravindra Jadeja back at Rajasthan Royals, but it will be a little difficult on the eye to adjust watching Ravindra Jadeja in pink and then Sanju Samson in yellow. What do you think?
I mean, definitely. I mean, I've always seen Sanju Samson play for Rajasthan Royals, and now that today he's going to be there out for CSK, it will definitely feel a little weird, I would say. But again, I think Sanju Samson will add great depth to the team because we all know that Mahendra Singh Dhoni is not playing today, and I think Sanju Samson has had a terrific World Cup season, World Cup tournament, and I think even behind the stumps, I think he's excellent and he's going to do a good job. Well, on the other hand, Ravindra Jadeja, I mean, after his retirement from the T20I, I think he has looked a little rusty. So it'll be interesting to see how he redeems himself in this IPL tournament.
Or how are you looking at Sanju Samson in yellow? How do you think him changing camps from Rajasthan Royals to Chennai Super Kings, does that help his cause in the IPL? What are your thoughts?
Yes, most definitely. Like Shorjani just said, from the time I've been watching IPL, I've seen Jadeja in yellow. So it is going to be a bit weird to adjust sort of at first. But then I think coming back to Sanju Samson, I think in CSK, I mean, he has a lot to contribute as a batter as well, given his current form, player of the tournament, rising from the ashes, completely a great story. But also at the same time, in MS Dhoni's absence, you get to you get to be the wicket keeper, you get to be a part of the leadership group, and you get to contribute on the field as well. So I think it does benefit him, and definitely, I mean, sooner or later, MS Dhoni will have to say goodbye to the format. So before that, I think it was an excellent move to bring him in and prepare him, basically groom him under MS Dhoni before, I mean, he retires.
You know, Shamik, I was having this conversation with Boria, and he was saying that Sanju Samson will definitely perform very well in CSK because it takes the pressure off of him of being the leading man. And he believes that Sanju Samson, does not bat very well when he's put in a leadership position. And in CSK, he doesn't have to worry about that at all.
Very true. That is number one. And also the team atmosphere, as far as CSK is concerned. And you have to keep in mind, out of the 10 franchise, CSK is an out and out cricket franchise. It is surrounded by and it is run by people who have served cricket as administrators in state associations, in the BCCI. So they and India Cements have 16 clubs in the Chennai League. So they know how the game works, how sport works, and what it takes. It is that putting on that unnecessary pressure, or I mean, do, going for a knee-jerk reaction is not part of Chennai Super Kings' DNA. They will, the atmosphere will help him. It is important for whoever it is. Even if, see, even if Virat Kohli, for example, if he goes to Chennai Super Kings or a new, different franchise next season, it will never happen. But even for someone like Virat Kohli, a new franchise, that bedding period is necessary. And that bedding period, when you are in that atmosphere, surrounded by serious cricket people in administration and a fantastic coaching staff, your job becomes easier. So Sanju Samson will be under no extra pressure. He will not carry the burden of being a high profile swap. The transfer of the season, in fact, he will not be under pressure like that. And the team atmosphere will help him perform. And add to that his current form. And if he can continue with his current form, then it is. If you look at Chennai Super Kings, they don't have a very strong fast bowling attack to speak of. Even as far as the spin bowling department is concerned, following the departures of Shin and now Jadeja, I mean, there is a question mark about their spin bowling. Noor Ahmed is there, but it is a batting heavy unit. And in that batting heavy unit, Sanju Samson is he is the jewel in the crown, you can say. So, going by the current form, Sanju Samson will play, but he will play freely. He will be allowed to express himself. And even if Sanju Samson says it's a very fickle format, if he scores a couple of ducks to start with, I mean, I don't think that Chennai Super Kings management are they they are going to lose sleep over that. And just one more thing, Gargi, we are talking about Ravindra Jadeja and Rajasthan Royals. Franchise cricket life has come a full circle for Jadeja. It is where it all started under Shane Warne. He got that moniker, rock star moniker from the great man himself. So, and now in the twilight of his career, he has gone he has gone back to where it has all started. Hopefully, he will have a very good season. Best wishes to Ravindra Jadeja. He is a champion cricketer across formats. He is a world class cricketer across formats in his own right.
But I'm going to ask you about Rajasthan Royals. How big of a moment is this for Riyan Parag as captain? Do you think he's someone who is tactically ready?
Yes, is it to me? Because maybe a little bit
Yes,
of
Bharat.
internet problem is around. Yeah. See, Riyan Parag is someone I think. Yeah, I think he's a good leader. I met him even a few years ago, 4 5 years ago. I interviewed him, and it seemed as if he was very much a mature cricketer, even for that age, young age. I think he will turn out to be, I think, a fine skipper for Rajasthan Royals. Hopefully, because one thing you have to consider with the Riyan Parag is that he has been in the Rajasthan Royals setup for a long time now, so he understands the support base, he understands the coaching staff, so he has pretty much what can you say, good rapports with the coaching staff as well, Kumar Sangakara and others. So I think from that point of view, I think it will work out well for Rajasthan Royals because he's a long-term investment for them, and he basically understands all the other players as well. He's played enough with Jaiswal. He's played enough with someone like Jofra Archer, the moody fast bowler. He has played enough with Vaibhav Suryavanshi as well now. So I think it should work well for Rajasthan Royals.
All right, Bharat. Next question over to you, Shorjani. There is a comment here. True Wicket is asking Sanju Samson has scored 158 runs at a strike rate of 106.75 in 12 T20 innings at Chepauk. His overall strike rate is this. Why have CSK picked him despite such poor numbers at Chepauk? And remember, this trade deal happened before the World Cup performance. What are your thoughts?
I mean, definitely, Kargili. I think that it is very important as a management and as a team to believe the player that you're picking in. And I always feel that while the team management was going ahead with Sanju Samson, they believed in his ability. And even we saw it in the World Cup. Sanju Samson proved who he is. I remember we were having this chat where you told me he looked a little rusty in the nets, Sanju Samson, during the World Cup. And I think in the next two matches, it was him who scored the runs for India. So that is the kind of player that he is. That is the ability that he has, and that is the brand of cricket that he's promoting. So I feel that it is very important to show trust and confidence in a player, and that is what CSK have done. And I think it has proven to be a very good decision because we've seen what Sanju Samson is capable of, and considering the fact that MS Dhoni will not be playing today, and Sanju Samson is extremely capable behind the stumps. I think he's also going to add a lot of depth in the opening partnership with Ruturaj Gaikwad.
Okay. Yep. Mohor, I was going to ask you, Dhoni's absence. We're all speaking about it. He's not going to be there for the first week or so. Is this a real glimpse at Ruturaj Gaikwad's 11 and not with a number 7 or a Thala in the dressing room? Finally, it's Ruturaj Gaikwad's playing 11.
Definitely. I mean, over the last few years, what we saw from MS Dhoni, sure. I mean, I don't think he was able to contribute that well with the bat because obviously, given his age and his injury concerns as well. But the presence of the number 7 on the field, tactical decisions, leadership, he still fell under the leadership group. And Ruturaj Gaikwad was seen coordinating with him, communicating with him at a regular basis, even on the field. But I think this will be a big challenge for him, for Sanju Samson as well, because he's also a part of the leadership group now, and also for the team. Because without MS Dhoni, we have to have a look at what the team looks like without MS Dhoni. Not just MS Dhoni the batter, but MS Dhoni the leader present on the field. So it will be a big challenge on Ruturaj Gaikwad.
I would also like to add the point that I'm not taking anything away from Dhoni. I'm a huge fan of him. But the point is, we have to keep in mind that Dhoni is not actively a part of the game right now. He just comes in for the IPL and then he does not play any more leagues or any more matches apart from that. So I think it is very important and very crucial for Ruturaj Gaikwad to prove himself.
And sooner or later, there will come a time when he will not be a part of the team anymore permanently. So we have to check how it goes without him.
Absolutely. And, Shomik, I was looking at Rajasthan Royals bowling lineup. You've got a Jofra Archer, Tushar Deshpande, Ravi Bishnoi and Vignesh Puthur in the spin department as well. You've got a Riyan Parag and, of course, Ravindra Jadeja. You've got a Dasun Shanaka who can bowl as well. So is this one of the most rounded bowling attack?
And Gargi, you have to include someone like Adam Milne and also
Oh,
Nandre
yes.
Barger.
Absolutely.
I mean, they have serious pace in their ranks. Their bowling attack, fast bowling attack, is far better than Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings pace attack, if you look at on paper, I mean, during games, in matches, someone can come up with a match-winning spell. That is a completely different thing. But as far as on paper, Rajasthan Royals' pace attack is far more formidable than Chennai Super Kings. And if you look at Jofra, you have rightly mentioned Jofra Archer's pace, Adam Milne's pace, and then the backup seamers, the spinners, everything. But then again, it is against a very, very, very formidable batting lineup, even without Dewald Brevis. Dewald Brevis not playing is a blow. I will not say it's a major blow, but it's a blow. Dewald Brevis is a super talented batsman, and missing out on him is a blow. But even without him, it's a super, super strong batting lineup. If you look at Sanju Samson, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Ayush Matre, and then Shivam Dubey, you name it. and they have a very capable replacement for Dewald Brevis, which is Sarfraz Khan. Sarfraz Khan, what Dewald Brevis can do, Sarfraz Khan can do that as well, especially in Indian conditions. So it's I mean, I'm looking forward to this game from that point of view, from that angle, that it's a contest between CSK's batting and Rajasthan Royals' fast bowling or Rajasthan Royals' bowling.
Absolutely. And Shorjani, if I asked you, which team do you think will be under more pressure tonight? Because one is rebuilding and the other is trying to redefine itself. So there's a constant tussle between that as well.
I would personally feel that Rajasthan Royals would face a lot of pressure today, simply because Riyan Parag is the captain, and previously we saw that when Sanju Samson was ruled out due to injury, it was Parag who took over the captaincy, and he was, he was tactical on the field, but the results were not there. And I think there is going to be a lot of pressure on him because the team management has shown insane. I mean, they have backed him up, they have shown support in him, but I think he has to redeem himself as a captain as well on the field today. So it is going to be his test as well, and how he manages situation on the field, because last year he was definitely a very he was new to the circuit, he was trying his best, and taking on the leadership role, it was a little difficult for him. So I think this year my eyes will really be on Riyan Parag and how he redeems himself as a captain.
What about you, Mohor? What are your thoughts? Which team under more pressure?
Honestly, it's a bit difficult to say. Like, for the first time, I don't know which side to pick, because if you look at the head-to-head records, then CSK are one match ahead in terms of the winning the winning number of matches that they've won. But again, in the last 5 years, it's Rajasthan Royals who have an upper hand. They've won more number of games. So today, it's a bit confusing. I don't really know which side to pick. But again, once again, I think I would choose CSK to have an upper hand, because once again, Riyan Parag is a relatively newer captain. He's still sort of getting used to this role. Sure, he's a great batter. He's done well in the previous season as well. He was Rajasthan Royals' leading run scorer. But it'll be very interesting to see how he takes on the role of captaincy, while also we have to see how he deals with the pressure. While on the other hand, Ruturaj has a lot more experience captaining in the IPL while playing at the same time. You also have a very much informed Sanju Samson. So I think I'd still I'd prefer CSK for today's game, but we never know what might happen.
And Jofra Archer versus Sanju Samson, Shomik, we've seen this battle. How are you looking at it tonight? Who wins this?
Is this a question for me, Gargi? Okay. So, Gargi, I am not a very big fan of matchups, especially in T20 cricket in the shorter formats when a bowler cannot bowl more than 4 overs. I am not a big fan of matchups. We are talking, before coming into this question, we are talking about Rajasthan Royals leadership. As far as I'm concerned, I think they have earned, the Rajasthan team management, they have earned by giving the captaincy to Riyan Parag. It should have been Yashasvi Jaiswal all day long. Once they allowed Sanju Samson to go to join CSK, their next captain should have been purely as far as cricket is concerned, purely as far as the cricket reasons are concerned, Yashasvi Jaiswal should have been their captain, and I think they have earned. I don't know whether it is about off the field stuff also. I am not sure, and I will not go into that aspects. Yeah, I mean, in IPL, it is about something commercial. Commercial aspects are there, PR aspects are there also. I don't know if that were into play, but purely from a cricketing point of view, Yashasvi Jaiswal should have been Rajasthan Royals captain once they let go of Sanju Samson. Now Riyan Parag, but the flip side is that these days the majority of the franchises, they bank on a experienced support staff. Head coach and Sangakkara is there, head coach and the team around him, and basically a captain in the IPL team is basically just a figurehead. He just follows the instructions of the leadership group, and that is the key. There have been examples. MS Dhoni was the biggest example. Now Shreya Iyer Shreyas Iyer is an example that he is the front man, and Ricky Ponting, despite he being Ricky Ponting, takes a backseat. But in the majority of the franchises, it is the captain is just a figurehead, and they believe in the fact that will surround him with uh, top support staff, top coaching group, and will help him in his job. So from that point of view, he will have inputs. Let's see how he gets into the group. I will keep an eye on Riyan Parag, the captain this season.
Oh, absolutely. And it seems like there was some rain, at the Barsapara Stadium because covers are now coming off. There was rain. It was actually pelting down from what I'm seeing. And covers are coming off. The rain has subsided. And the square covers are also being removed. So I think there might be a slight delay in the toss as well. So let's see what happens with that. But Bharat Ramraj taking the conversation forward that Shomik Chakrabarti started. When it comes to Riyan Parag versus Yashasvi Jaiswal, obviously seniority says Yashasvi Jaiswal would have been the obvious choice when it comes to picking the captain, but it's Riyan Parag who went ahead and got the job. But what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it goes back to the point that Riyan Parag has been with the Rajasthan Royals setup for a long time. That is something you have to consider. Yes, Jaiswal also came into Rajasthan Royals setup, but Parag has been there for longer. Maybe they trust him. Maybe they feel that because he has a good rapport with the coaching staff, he has been there for such a long time that they have to make him the captain. It could be commercial interests as well, something beyond cricket. Obviously, I don't want to make that connection, but it could be in relation to commercial interests. But if you look at it logically, it could be because he has been with the Rajasthan Royals setup for such a long time that they feel that it's perhaps right for Riyan Parag to become the captain. Having said that, in a positive sense, I have interviewed him a couple of times. To me, he looks like a pretty mature cricketer. Understands his game reasonably well. Yes, I understand that there have been some controversies in relation to him. Some say that he has an attitude and all that, but to me, he looked like a very mature cricketer. Hopefully, from his point of view, I think it will go well because Rajasthan Royals, I think this time around as well, they don't look like to me title favorites, so they have to punch above their weight. Hopefully, from his point of view, it will happen this time around.
And it's interesting how we've gone 22 minutes without talking about Vaibhav Suryavanshi. It's possible, guys. It's possible. There are other things to talk about as well. But Bharat, going back to you again, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, all eyes will obviously be on him at this moment. He's the most talked about young talent in this edition of the IPL. After all his exploits in the last 12 months, what are your thoughts? What are you expecting from him throughout this IPL season? Because the messaging from Rajasthan Royals as a franchise to Vaibhav Suryavanshi has been to guard him from the outside noise, to not, let him come forward for media interactions, for anything of that sort, and to just let him go out there and enjoy his game.
See, Vaibhav Suryavanshi for me is like a rough diamond. He's definitely a kind of player that you don't often see because the kind of shots that he plays, many others can't do it. I saw it even in the Under 19 World Cup final. There was a short ball from one of the England Under 19 pace bowlers. I just forgot his name, but 6 feet 5 inch Under 19 pace bowler got bounce on it. I honestly thought that Vaibhav Suryavanshi was in no position to play the pull stroke, and it seemed as if he would get a top edge, but it still went for a six down the ground. That shot actually astonished me because even with modern day bats, many of them wouldn't be able to play that kind of a straight hit against a back of lane delivery which bounced so much. So it's definitely a rough diamond. Sometimes you feel that maybe he lacks that little bit of what can you say temperament when he's batting, but you have to also consider he's so young. He's just about 15 or whatever, so it's very young. It will take a little bit of time for him to mature as a cricketer, to understand the nuances of batting. So yes, Rajasthan Royals are very much right in ensuring that media doesn't really come under too much of media glare because you know how it is in this day and age. If you look at the kind of trolling that you get to see on social media platforms as well. So Rajasthan Royals are doing the right thing. But as a talented cricketer, Visapan, I think this is a rough diamond. If he gets going, then it's very difficult for any pace bowling unit, for any bowling unit to stop him, especially in the kind of conditions that we're seeing in the harsh world of IPL for the bowlers. He could get 130 balls because kind of knock that he played in that, especially in that final. Some of the shots that he played, I will just say hands up. It's something that you usually don't see this kind of batting. With maybe one 9 out of 10 cricketers, 10 batters wouldn't play this way.
Absolutely. And going over to you, Shomik, now. How are you looking at this match? Last 5 minutes on the show, because it doesn't seem like the toss will happen anytime soon. No, I don't think so, because we don't. Okay. Uh,
Is it raining again, Gargi?
it's not raining again. The covers are coming off. But I think they'll
Okay.
take some time with the super stoppers and try to get the outfield. Uh,
Well, but
you know,
this is a very fast dry ground. In 40-45
correct.
minutes, it would be, yeah, it's a very fast dry ground.
But will they do a
Infra
toss?
toss, now the covers are coming up. They cannot have the toss at least before 7:30. That is the
Yeah. 7:30?
yeah,
6:30?
seventh. No, 7 o'clock
Yes,
was the
right,
toss
right.
time. 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I don't think now the covers are coming off. It will take at least, at the very least, it will take 35 minutes. So earliest they can have the toss at 7:30, and that is also, there is a question mark. It might go beyond that, but infrastructure at this Vastrapada and under Mr. Devajit Saikia and Mr. Devajit Saikia, when he was at the Assam Cricket Association, and from there he came to the BCCI. Um, Infrastructure in Assam cricket got a facelift. He did some serious work for Assam cricket before coming to the BCCI. And I have covered a test match, their first ever test match. So infrastructure wise, this stadium is top class. So from that point of view, if there is no further rain, I expect and given that it's a fast drying ground, I expect there will be no curtailment of overs, even if the game starts a bit late.
All right, Shorjani, what are your predictions for this game? Who do you think can come out as the winner tonight? Obviously, with the IPL, I always say that it's so difficult predicting. But what is your gut saying?
I have this soft corner for Rajasthan Royals because I just mentioned I want to see Riyan Parag redeem himself as a captain. But if you are asking me for a player that I'm specifically looking out for, then I would say that if Prashant Veer plays today for CSK, I would definitely look out for him because he has had a terrific domestic season. And given the fact that Dhoni is not there, I think he is going to. I think he's going to have a role. As a finisher in the team if he's playing. So my eyes are definitely going to be on Prashant Veer. And when if you talk about Rajasthan Royals, then I'm definitely going to look out for Shimran Hetmeyer because I've seen him play at the Eden Gardens. I've seen him play for the West Indies. And I think he has been in good touch.
Mohor, your predictions?
My predictions would have to be I think CSK is winning this one because they have a far more, in terms of leadership, they have a far more set brain, I would say. But if I had to talk about players that I would like to look out for, then from CSK, definitely Sanju Samson, with the kind of form that he's in, has to be one of my favorites currently. So it'll be him. Then Prashant Veer, like Shorjani mentioned, and along with that, if Karthik Sharma is also playing, then these two, because they've been brought in by CSK because of their good domestic performances, and they have a point to prove. Prashant Veer, especially, is sort of a like for like replacement for Ravindra Jadeja. So it'll be very interesting to see how he fills in those shoes. From Rajasthan Royals, I think, like she said, Shimran Hetmeyer, he did really well in the World Cup. And obviously, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. These two.
But Gagidi, I just wanted to ask a question to Shomikda, if I may.
Yeah, sure.
Shomikda, do you see Ayush Matre in the playing 11 today?
Could we? I mean, it will depend on whether Sanju Samson will open. So Shorjani, he will open. Now the question is whether Ritu will open with him or Ayush Matre. If Rituraj Gaikwad opens with him, then Ayush Matre could be at number 3. But I don't see Ayush Matre playing at number 3. If Ritu decides to open, then Ayush Matre might not be part of the playing 11. If Ritu bats at number 3, then Ayush Matre is likely to open with this guy, Sanju Samson. I mean, the jewel in the crown. and it's in a very, very positive sense. But Gargi, just one more thing about Vaibhav Suryavanshi. We have been talking about Vaibhav Suryavanshi. I think challenge for him this season would be tougher because last year he was a relatively unknown quantity, and now in this day and age of video analysts and a host of support staff, his game has been dissected. Whether I'm not saying that he would be a failure this season, but it's a bigger challenge. It is a steeper challenge. It He might take a giant leap. If he takes a giant leap this season, then sooner rather than later he will play for India, or it could be a second season blues for Vaibhav Suryavanshi. So very, very tricky season and very, very challenging season for the teenager.
Bharat, finally, your predictions, and obviously, I have a question for you. Do you see Vignesh Puthur in the playing 11?
Yeah, they can try. They can try him because see, he's someone who's a left arm wrist spinner. If you're a left arm wrist spinner with a left arm angle, then it can surprise enough like right hand batters. It has happened before. It has happened with Vignesh as well. So as a surprise option, maybe as an impact sub, he can come in the equation because there is that impact sub rule now. So a wrist spinner with a angle, he can definitely trouble right hand batters and get a few wickets. As far as prediction is concerned, maybe CSK are slightly ahead, though they are missing Brevis. Brevis is very much a key member of that particular 11 because he brings that power rating into play. But I will still put CSK slightly ahead, and I would want to see what happens in the latest installment of Sanju Samson versus Jofra Archer. Whenever Jofra Archer is put under pressure, he seems to kind of lose the plot against Sanju Samson, but there are times when he has got Samson out with a short ball. So Samson versus Jofra Archer, the former teammates playing against each other, I think that's going to be an interesting contest.
Gargi, are you
And
game for
yeah,
my predictions in percentages? Because after that, I'll ask
Oh,
you to give your prediction in percentages. I am giving
I
my
honestly,
prediction in. I
okay,
am giving
go
my.
ahead.
I am giving my predictions in percentages. 50.01 CSK, 49.99 Rajasthan Royals. Now over to you.
Okay, let me try now. 53%.
No, it has to be in
Rajasthan.
fraction. It has to be in
No, you
fraction.
can't do that. You can't. Not allowed. Not allowed on my show.
No, you have to give it in fractions because it 53%, if you say, that is very straightforward. But okay, I will allow you that. Please do it. 53% for Rajasthan Royals, you said?
Yes.
Okay,
And
then
47 for CSK.
good.
Got it right. That brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I don't think the toss is happening at this point. We don't have an update on when it's happening either. The pitch report is going out right now, and the toss will take place at 7:05, so 2 minutes away. Should we wait for the
My
toss
God.
to happen and then?
Yes, please. Then carry on. If it is
Yeah, yeah.
7:05, then we should carry on because in that case we can inform our viewers about the playing 11 also.
Correct. Exactly. Okay, let's take some comments till then.
Hmm.
Rain threat. Rain has already happened. Akash. Ye- What else? IPL में highest score होंगे वैभव सूर्यवंशी. RR match. RR will win the match. Let's see what happens tonight. CSK also have another name, guys. Comeback Super Kings. My goodness. Manish here is saying, Shamik ji, you talk like an English teacher.
Yeah. But then again, Gargi,
I'll
one
tell
more
you
thing is,
something. You shouldn't be the Hindi
yeah,
teacher. That's all.
yeah, that you know the best.
Yeah. If that happens, then we're in trouble.
Uh, Seriously, but I can speak Marathi a bit.
Now you have to staying in Mumbai. You know.
Hmm. I, I,
Okay.
I, I have started speaking Marathi a bit, but the thing is that one good thing on a serious note, Gargi, for far too long, Chennai Super Kings, they were stuck in a time warp. They refused to change. They thought We won 5 IPL titles playing in a certain way, and we don't need to change. We didn't need to change at all. Now, T20 cricket is the fastest evolving format. It went ahead, and Chennai Super Kings fell by the wayside. Reality dawned on him late, but better late than never. From last season onwards, they started to change the profile of their team. And now this is, as you very rightly mentioned at the start of the show, it is Ruturaj Gaikwad's team. It is, and it was very, very important for them to make it Ruturaj Gaikwad's team. And now it is Ruturaj Gaikwad's team, and This is the youngest ever CSK squad in the IPL, youngest ever. If you look at this, all of them are in their 20s. The majority of them are in their 20s. They have experienced players like Khalil and all, Sanju. They have experienced players, but the majority of them, the core, they are in their 20s. So
Yeah.
now they have accepted the reality that we have to change. Let's see how it goes. But CSK being CSK, I you can never rule them out because they are a champion team.
And we have the toss update. It's happened on time. Rajasthan Royals has won the toss and opted to bowl first at Guwahati.
Obviously,
Yeah, of course.
rain around, obvious, very obvious thing. Only Pakistan, when there is a rain forecast, when when it is pelting down, when there is every prediction that it might be a truncated affair, will say we have won the toss and will bat first. Only Pakistan can do that.
Bharat, what do
They
you think? Ye- Bharat, what do you think of Noor Ahmed versus the middle order?
See,
RR's
Noor
middle order.
Ahmad is someone who can trouble not just middle order. I think he can trouble even the openers if needed because he's very much, what can you say, left arm version of Rashid Khan in some ways. He has that dip, he gets that turn. Is someone who has that left arm angle as well. So yes, against any kind of batting lineup that has a slew of right-handers, then he will definitely, I think, make a presence felt because right-handers versus Noor Ahmad, because he can turn it both ways as well, and that is going to be very much troublesome for the right-hand batting for a batting lineup that has a lot of right-handers. So any batting lineup that has enough right-handers, I think Noor Ahmad will definitely make an impact.
It's taking quite long for the playing 11 to come. Not
has it
received it yet.
has it come on our WhatsApp group?
No, it hasn't. I can't even find it on other platforms either. So it seems maybe
Hmm.
the post toss interview is going a little bit longer than expected because
Yeah,
unless the
could be.
captain says that there is some change or this player is coming in or going out, they don't give out the playing 11 till then. But for
And
now,
also, this is
yeah,
sorry,
no, go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. No, and also this is the first game for both sides, so
Yeah.
the toss interview is a bit longer.
Of course, and of course, with the IPL, there are two team sheets. So bowling first, batting first. So all those things have to be sorted as well. So I can understand why the delay is happening. But where are the playing 11s? Come on, let us have it.
No, we will. I think in a couple of minutes we'll get them. But
Yeah.
as I have told you, look, I
Oh,
didn't.
I have the update. So
Oh,
Riyan Parag has said that their four overseas players are Nandre Berger, Jofra Archer, Donovan Ferreira, and Shimron Hetmeyer. I don't think that comes as a surprise.
no, absolutely fine,
Yeah,
absolutely fine. Very very right pick.
but that's all I
Who are
have.
who
And
are the
Ruturaj,
yeah, Ruturaj.
and Ruturaj is saying that their overseas players are Noor Ahmed, Jamie Overton, Matt Short, and Matt Henry. So
Okay,
yeah. So that's it.
and
That's all the update I have. No playing 11 yet.
I think once the interviews are over, you will get the playing 11.
Waiting for it patiently. But
But in terms of picking the overseas players, Gargi, I think both teams they have done very very right pick.
yeah,
Matt Henry also, he is a very good bowler. He didn't have a good IPL sorry, T20 World Cup final, and just and Sanju Samson and Abhishek Sharma in that mode can make life difficult for any bowler. But Matt Henry is a very, very good bowler. So he just had a bad game, the IPL, T20 World Cup final. But Matt Henry, they have decided to play Matt Henry, and it's the right decision.
I'll tell you a story because Matt Henry reminds me of it. During the World Cup, there is also an English journalist who's called Matt Henry. And in one of the hotels, what they did was, because they were staying at the same hotel, so for the journalist Matt Henry, the hotel put down the details of the cricketer Matt Henry, and there was a huge mix up with everything. So that also happened during the World Cup. And no playing 11 yet. I think this is the longest we've gone without a playing 11. It's been 6 minutes since the toss has been done.
It's a bit unusual.
It is a bit unusual. But let me ask you some other questions. Shorjani, if I ask you, about CSK, when you think of the bowlers, you think that they're really, really good in the power play. But when it comes to death bowling, do you see an issue there?
I definitely do, and after Pathirana not being a part of the team, I definitely see the death bowling as an issue. Like I said, the CSK batting lineup is perfect. I think they have experienced batters, they have power hitters, they have players who will go out there and anchor. But when it comes with the bowling lineup, I definitely think that is an issue. But on the other hand, I think Rajasthan Royals have a more stable bowling lineup if I compare it to that of CSK.
And we have the playing 11 finally. Rajasthan Royals, it's Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Riyan Parag, Dhruv Jurel, Shimron Hetmeyer, Ravindra Jadeja, Jofra Archer, Nanre Berger, Sandeep Sharma, Ravi Bishnoi, and Brijesh Sharma. And so no Vignesh Puthur here. Chennai Super Kings, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Sanju Samson opening. Ayush Matre makes it to the playing 11. Matthew Short, right? Shivam Dubey, Karthik Sharma, Jamie Overton, Noor Ahmed, Matt Henry, Anshul Kamboj, and Khalil Ahmed. Again, a very predictable side here. Bharat, your thoughts before we close the show?
Yeah, CSK have a pretty good lineup. I just believe that maybe slightly ahead of Rajasthan Royals, but the death overs bowling I think will come under scrutiny because even Matt Henry is not really known for bowling in the end overs. He's very much a new ball bowler. Jamie Overton likes to bowl mostly in the middle phase of the innings. So they don't have much going for them when it comes to death overs bowling. They were basically depending on Nathan Ellis, and then as it happened, Nathan Ellis unfortunately got injured, so he's out, and that basically leaves a big hole in that CSK lineup. But I still believe they're perhaps slightly ahead of Rajasthan Royals, but not by much. If Royals get it right, this game can go either way as well, because I don't think the difference between these two sides is big.
All right. Finally, that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We'll be back at the end of the game, so don't forget to join us then. Until then, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.